feeling this morning? There we go. That sounds so much better. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz, the senior minister here at this beautiful, beautiful spiritual center that we have decided to join together this morning and celebrate love, celebrate life, celebrate light, which is the core of who you are. If you feel like you would like to stand up and dance and you're able to, please do so as we share this opening song. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Spirit's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. They're dancing in Toronto and in Nigeria. They're popping up in Sweden. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. They'll be swinging and swaying and records playing, dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, everyone, dance and twirl. Everywhere around the world, let's start dancing, dancing in the street. This is an invitation across all nations, a chance for folks to meet. They'll be laughing, singing, and music swinging, and dancing in the street. Philadelphia, PA, Santa Fe, and DC now. Can't forget Motor City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. They'll be swinging and swaying and records playing, dancing in the street. Oh, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, everyone, dance and twirl. Everywhere around the world, let's start dancing, dancing in the street. Up in Thunder Bay, every day they're dancing in the street. Let's form a long line, get in time, we're dancing in the street. Across the ocean blue, me and you, we're dancing in the street. Oh, you can be seated. I just want to take a look at these beautiful, beautiful faces of all these glorious, glorious faces of God in front of me. I'm so grateful that you've decided to spend your Sunday morning here with us. Yes, yes, yes. Once again, good morning, beautiful humans. Welcome to another Sunday at Unity of Tucson. We are a spiritual community here to teach practical tools for a better life. What I have found in my exploration of this thing called spirituality is that by applying practical spiritual tools in my life has just gotten better. How about you? Awesome. And we're just going to keep making it better and better and better. You know why I can claim that? Because it's infinite. And so there's always room for something better to happen, right? So as good as it is right now, it could be even better. I would like for you to, if you are open to this and you have a smartphone, if you're new to our community, I do invite people to get their smartphones out. And go to YouTube or Facebook or our website and just take a moment to type a message into the chat function where people are watching with us live as we stream our services out to the world. You know, we have about 30 or 40 people who watch every single week. Exclusively online, and it's wonderful. I think it's a wonderful way to let them know that we can connect with them in this technological way, so thank you for doing that. And when you're done, if you would make sure your ringers are off, I don't require people put their phones away because I take notes on my phones too, so feel free to do what you would like to do. One of the things that I do like to offer is this, that we are a community that is not here to tell you what to believe. We are here to encourage you to explore what beliefs you have so that as you find those beliefs coming up through you, you can make a determination around whether those beliefs work for you. So you may hear things today that challenge your beliefs, and that's okay because we should be in the business of questioning everything. Does that sound like a good thing to do today? I think so. We carry a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson that guides our path, and I would love for us to share the words of our vision statement here together. If you would say this with me. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. And the vision is how we see the world. The mission is how we get there. So let's share together the words of this mission. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. Just take a breath. If you are joining us for the first time today, I want to extend a special welcome to you. If you're watching online for the first time today, we're so grateful that you've decided to join us in this fashion. And if you would go to unitytucson.com/connect, you can fill out some information there to help us connect even further as we move forward. And always grateful to those who decide to log in and watch for the first time on Sundays. But if you are in the room and here for the first time, and you are comfortable with identifying yourself by standing up, we have a gift that we would like to give to you. So is there anyone who is new to our community here today for the first time? Welcome, thank you. Grateful to have you here. And if you would remain standing, just remain standing for a moment, because I want to let you know that in addition to that physical gift, we have something that I need to tell you about. And that is that we have done our research because we knew you were going to be here today. And we have found something out about you, and I think it's important that we let you know what that is. Is everyone ready to tell them? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. Thank you for shining your light and sharing your magnificence here. You can be seated. Now, we know this about you because you are a reflection of us, and we are consistently doing research into ourselves. And so your magnificence is a reflection of our magnificence. And so let us exclaim together these words. I am magnificent. How does that feel? Doesn't it feel magnificent? Yes. Would you please welcome to the platform our keeper of the flames today, Susan Smith, our licensed Unity teacher. She is here to light the flames of faith, this ritual that we have adopted here at Unity of Tucson. And in this ritual, what is happening is we are acknowledging the faith traditions of the world, rooting ourselves in the understanding that each and every one of them is rooted in love, that divine golden thread of love. So let us understand that with each candle that we light. Susan.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jonathan. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all the indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission, divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universal religion of Baha'i. Got that changed a little bit, that's okay. I'm going to go for that one again. We light a candle for the universal religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. Go Baha'i. We light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all faith traditions unnamed in the ceremony, and for any seekers who may be unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are keeping open for them in our hearts. We light this final candle to represent the healing of any circumstance that requires divinity to be revealed. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Susan. The candle here on your left is our peace candle. And we keep the peace candle consistently illuminated to represent the consistent illumination of peace in our hearts. And as we allow that inner peace to inform our thoughts and our beliefs, our expression, our intention, we create a more peaceful experience in this world, and it begins right where we are. So let's honor this candle together by reciting the prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. And so it is. Would you welcome, please, our prayer chaplain today, Ruth Starwell. She's going to offer a reading, an affirmation, and a prayer.
Good morning. So I invite you to join me in words of affirmation. I will read these words first and allow you to just kind of take those in and see if they feel true to you. And then I'll invite you to repeat them with me a couple more times. So this month's affirmation. I am, and I understand that I am, a fully realized experience of God source energy. And along with me. I am, and I understand that I am, a fully realized experience of God source energy. And one more time. I am, and I understand that I am, a fully realized experience of God source energy. In the reading today, I took from Quaker Book of Wisdom, which was written in 1998. And in it, Robert Lawrence Smith, the author, says, Quakers believe that if the truth is the way, and the way is the truth, then the key to finding one's way in the world is the deceptively simple act of speaking the truth. We live, however, in a society where it is virtually taken for granted that many of the people we listen to are not telling the truth. Much public discourse is suffocated by rhetoric in the service of an effect, and argumentation that insults thought in the service of a chosen conclusion. Is telling the truth, after all, just a quaint anachronism that has outlived its usefulness? No, not at all. Quakers are practical people, and when they speak of truth-telling, they are referring to a concept that has profound pragmatic implications. Think of truthful speech as the bridge between the silent search after truth and letting your life speak. If you speak the truth, you will be true to yourself, that which is best in you. Speaking the truth is the first step towards letting your life speak in a way that is honest and authentic. And so I now invite you into a time of prayer. Just allowing those words to settle in, allowing yourself to settle in to this present moment. Do I get music? Thank you. And just knowing that the one presence is right here, right now, that we are that presence, that God source energy that is infinite, eternal, always creative. And so just knowing in that truth, knowing that it is now perfect and complete, and yet every moment can be even better. And I have that creative spark energy to make that so. And so simply blessing this day, this sacred, beautiful day, this day of community recognition, of recognizing each and every one who is here today, both online and in person, that you have come to the right place, that this is your home. And honoring and welcoming those who are stepping into that deeper place of commitment to membership, saying, yes, this is my community. We honor and recognize you. And allow that knowing of the one to embrace all of us. Self in entirety, community in entirety, each and every one, individuals in the whole, in the one, in the presence. And so I'm so grateful for this moment, for this blessing, for this prayer, for this community, for this time of recognition. And allowing that truth to sink deeper still into realization. I release this prayer, and so it is.
Thank you, Ruth. If you're accustomed to the normal flow of service, you will notice that we did not do the centering song and then the prayer, and there's a reason for that. The reason for that is that today is our Membership Blessing Sunday, and so we take a little bit of time to recognize those who have made the commitment to be a member of this community fully and actively. And I always like to introduce this, we do this once a quarter, and I like to introduce this by asking the question, what is membership? What is membership? Because ostensibly, we say that it's a commitment to an organization or a community. But here, what I encourage us all to deepen into is the understanding that it is a commitment to yourself. That's really what we are honoring here today, the commitment that you have made to a spiritual journey at this time in your life and saying, hey, this is perhaps the right place for me to go on this exploration. It's a personal affirmation that this path is right for you. By being a member, those who have decided to become members, they commit themselves to a few things. Number one, they uphold the teachings of Unity and its principles and exemplify them in their daily life. They commit to regularly attend the functions of our spiritual center and this ministry. They commit to making regular and identifiable contributions to the ministry through wisdom, work, and wealth. And they commit as well to participating as a full voting member in our annual meeting each year, and allowing us to hear from the membership to know which direction should we point ourselves in. Membership is voluntary, it is not compulsory. And so those who have made the commitment here today have decided to do so from their own heart space. And entering into membership is a personal covenant to your own spiritual growth, more than it is a covenant to an organization. So today we will bless several new members of our community. Each new member will receive a membership card and a name tag, and they will also receive one of these flowering plants that are potted down here. Now, why a plant? Well, here's the reason why. We choose to give you a potted plant as opposed to a cut flower to represent yourself in faith, that you have both roots and blossoms. And as you nurture yourself in the way that you would nurture a plant, it becomes a metaphor for your life. So this represents your commitment to nurture yourself. I'm going to invite Laura Cass and Deborah Walker here to help me. Laura's going to hand out membership cards and the name tags, and Deborah's going to hand out these plants. And so as your name is called, we invite you to come up here, receive your plant and your name tag, and then make your way up onto the stage. And you can form a line right along here There's no sense of a director in me at all, is there? And so, let's honor our new members here today. Sarah Baltucci, Justina Fenton, Reverend William Gill, Megan Homan, Dawn Miller, Reverend Sue Oliver, Mark Penterman, Oscar Rodriguez, Isla Rogers, Pat Watson, and there's one member who will not be able to join us on stage because he's back on the soundboard, and that is Don Zenz. So I did know that there were a number of people who were not going to be able to be here on this Sunday. That always happens with Membership Sunday. So let us acknowledge them with blessings in our hearts, knowing that wherever they are, that they are blessed by this experience here today. Your job in this moment is to simply receive. This community, I'm going to invite them to sing a song to you, and I just want you to take it in. If you don't know this song, you will know it very quickly. So just take a moment and let's acknowledge our energy towards our new members here today with You Are the Face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. They're going to continue to play, but I want to teach you the sign language, and then let's sign it to them as we sing it. So the sign language goes like this. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Let's sing that and sign it. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Just repeat that last line. You are the face of God. One more time. You are the face of God. Blessings and welcome to you all. Thank you so much. Our new members. You can be seated. The song I chose today as our feature is written by a gentleman who actually is a prominent member of Unity of New York. It's a glorious song, and I try to sing it at least once a year, although I haven't sung it in 2 years, so we're going to give it a go today. So many things we can't control, so many hurts that happen every day, so many heartaches that pierce the soul, so much pain that won't ever go away. How do we make it better? How do we make it through? What can we do when there's nothing we can do? We can be kind, we can take care of each other. We can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. Nobody really wants to fight. Nobody really wants to go to war. Everyone wants to make things right. So what are we always fighting for? Does nobody want to see it? Does nobody understand? The power to heal is right here in your hand. We can be kind, we can take care of each other. We can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. And it's not enough to talk about it. It's not enough to sing a song. We must walk the walk about it. You and I, do or die. We've got to try to get along. We can be kind, we can take care of each other. We can remember that deep down inside we all need the same thing. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. And maybe we'll find true peace of mind if we always remember we can be kind. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. Wow, I was not expecting that. I think this song and this sentiment is needed more than ever right now. It's It's really not how I wanted to start my message today, but I'm going with it. It's happening in the moment. I'm just going to let that be what it needs to be for the moment. I think that the song speaks for itself, and saying that it is, I think, something that we can all activate in our lives is an important thing. And if you leave here with nothing else today, even the next 20 minutes of whatever I'm going to say, let's leave with that. We can be kind. When I was a child, yes, I'm going back that far, there was a book that I wanted. I wanted this book so desperately. I put it on my Christmas wish list one year. And I was so delighted that one Christmas morning, I unwrapped this gift, and there was this book that I was so wanting, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Darwin said, "You're easily pleased." I've always been someone who has loved language. I don't know if you know that about me. You've noticed. and as I was thinking about this morning, I thought to myself, what did I think I was going to sit down and read it cover to cover? I think I actually started. I thought, I'm going to start A. I don't even know what So I started reading it. But one of the things that I started to do is, as I would read something in a book that I didn't understand, or a word that I didn't understand, I would go to my Merriam-Webster dictionary and I would open it up and I would read and try to understand the definition. And then I had a little red pen and I would put a dot next to that word that I had to look up. So then I would beat myself up if I had to go look it up again. No. There was a part of me that I think that there was a part of me that thought, I'm going to learn all the words. I'm working on it. Because I figured there was some benefit in knowing words. I think there was a bit, I think I've always been a little bit of a language junkie. I still am, clearly. And it doesn't mean that I don't get words wrong sometimes. I've been known to do that up here in front of you when I say things that I don't really intend to say, but they come out, and that happens. One of the things that I've come to discover, though, is this. This is going somewhere. I'll tell you why I'm talking about a dictionary in just a minute. Is that I constructed my life by using the dictionary in a prescriptive way. Now everybody's going, I wish I had a Merriam-Webster dictionary in front of me so I could understand what he means by prescriptive. Here's what I mean by that. I thought that words were something that were established and unchangeable, that they were rooted in rules, and I could learn those rules, and I could allow myself to be intellectual about it all, and that the dictionary was the rule book and that was not to be questioned. Of course, that's not accurate, right? It's not accurate. The dictionary is not prescriptive, it is descriptive. It seeks to give an account of the relative characteristics of a word at a given point in time. And if you look at dictionaries through history, you will see that the meanings of words change. There's a great word whose meaning has changed dramatically in our society. That word is literally. If I were to understand the word literally from a prescriptive point of view, I would describe it as referring to something that can only be strictly what it is. But we use the word literally in a descriptive way, and that word can be used for emphasis in a figurative way. So it literally means the opposite of what it says it means. And you know what's happened? They've added that to the dictionary. So with this in mind, with this construct in mind, I would like to invite you to consider, it's a rhetorical question, but consider your answer to this question. how do you define God? Is it prescriptive, meaning that it is rigid and unchanging? Or is it descriptive, a way of giving an account of the relative characteristics? How do you define God? Now, I have a way of deepening in my own understanding of how I would define God, and it is by asking myself this question: how do I define myself? For too long, I think too many people have feared the word God. Anyone have that fear? Yeah, there's a couple hands. And we fear the word God because of what we've been brought up to understand about God in a prescriptive way. Thinking it is something out there passing judgment on us. So yes, God has been prescriptive in that sense. But what we claim here in the New Thought movement, in Unity and in religious science, is this: we are that very essence, we are that very power. And so if we are God, then to use the word God is simply a way of using it descriptively, for it describes the attributes at our core. We use language to try to describe the ineffable. And it is literally, and I do mean that, literally impossible. So I think the answer to the question, how do you define God, is found in the answer, how do I define myself? How do you define yourself? How do I describe myself? How do you describe yourself? That description for me is deepening into an understanding of the definition of God, because each and every one of us is that God source energy, the essence of creation. And there's a part of this that also becomes a little bit of a challenge. And that is that the degree to which we define those attributes is the degree to which we limit ourselves in perception and expression. And we're really good at that. We're really good at that. And so we walk around going, I am. And that becomes a limitation in the way you experience and express your life, until you decide to say something contrary to the I am statement. And that is something that we all have available. We all have the power of choice to be who we choose to be in this world. And there is no thing and no one out there who should ever have authority over you to tell you who you should be. The more we expand beyond the limitations of those understandings, the more freedom we experience in our lives. And the more we actively co-create our lives in the way that we would like. We come here on a Sunday, I believe, I don't know about you, but we come here on a Sunday, I believe, to hear a message about how our lives can be better. That's what I come here for. I'm listening to you. Can you please tell me how to make my life better? How would you like your life to be? Rhetorical. But if there's something that comes up for you, now perhaps consider for yourself, why isn't it like that already? And can you do something today to shift and turn it around? Here's a prescription that many of us have been living under. That as children, many of us were taught to not take up space. Many of us were taught to be seen, maybe, but definitely not heard. And I'm not going to ask for a show of hands to see how many people were brought up that way, but I can see from some of the smiles on the faces that people understand what I'm talking about. And many of us have carried this lesson into adulthood. And so many of us walk around feeling unworthy. What would happen if we commanded our own space and understood our inherent value simply by being. That there is no thing we have to do or accomplish or show to have inherent value. Just our presence here as an expression of the divine has value and is valuable. For some people, this idea that they adopted in childhood because it was what they were told has ingrained itself in neural pathways. You know, we're studying the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, on Wednesday nights right now. And a lot of what that book is about is breaking down the established neural pathways through the practice of meditation so that we can embody something else, literally break those habits down and create new habits of being. It's not always easy, and I'm sorry that William isn't here because William, they're on vacation. William, I would always say, you know, William, this stuff is work until when? And he would say, it isn't. It's work until it isn't. That's what I'm talking about. When we break down the neural pathways that exist and establish new neural pathways, then what we once saw as work ceases to be work. It just becomes the new expression of our life. Many of us, however, have trod that path, and if we establish those neural pathways so deeply, it's like, they sometimes talk about those neural pathways being like walking through the forest, and you create a path through the forest, and as you walk that path multiple times, you've created a trail, an entrenched trail. Well, I think that there are some of us who are so entrenched that that trail has gotten so deep that now the ground level is above our sight. And we keep walking that path, and we keep walking that path, and we cannot see above the edges any longer. Yet to grow up and grow past those establishments, we may have to grab onto the side and look and say, oh, look, the breadth of potential that exists out there for me to express and experience. Oh, how do I get out of this rut? I don't know that I have an answer for you today. Except to say this: do the work. Do the spiritual work. And what you will find is that you will pull yourself out of that rut, I believe. You will pull yourself out of that rut and you will establish a new path. And it is absolutely okay to ask for support, because there may be somebody on the side of that rut who's saying, I'm here to give you a hand, let me help you. And that is absolutely valuable. So to grow up, we may need to hoist ourselves out of that rut we get ourselves in, that I am diagnosis of I am unworthy. Just keep in mind, anything that follows I am, that is rooted in belief, becomes the construct of your life. So if you are sitting here with a consciousness of I am unworthy, I invite you to consider something else. Because I see nothing but people who are valuable and worthy and magnificent. Anything that follows I am can become prescriptive rather than descriptive. That prescription, ultimately, what it does is it aligns the self with the external circumstances, and we start to find all of the things that support that prescription in our life. What do I mean by that? I mean that if I say I am unworthy, all I will notice are all the things that support that sense of unworthiness. And that's how we continue to dig that trench and dig that trench. And so the work is to say, I refute that. I know that I have value. I know that I am worthy. And begin to believe it. Because just saying it isn't enough. It is about an embodiment to such a degree that as we embody, then we begin to see the world reflected back to us that supports that state of mind. That's New Thought 101. That is fundamentally what we are inviting everyone to do all the time, is to give up the notion of what was so that we can live in the promise of what will be and do it right here in this moment. I feel like we're seeing a lot of prescriptive consciousness in the world right now, which is why that song to me is so important. Because saying the very phrase, we can be kind, implies on some level that we're not, and that it is something to strive for. I say let us discontinue striving for that and adopt that right here and right now. And approach this world, approach this life, approach the expression and experience with every encounter we have from the point of view of kindness only. We state our mission statement as love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. This is not something to be taken lightheartedly. It is something that I invite us all to consider as a descriptive potential that is rooted in the here and now. When we let the world prescribe our good, and we can do that very easily by watching the news and determining that there's something of value to be seen in all the bad news. I mentioned in class this week that I have removed TikTok from my phone because, frankly, in my For You page, all I see are all the ways people are expressing their anger about what's happening. That's the construct I am in. And what I started to realize is that I was becoming reflective in my own life, an expression of that anger. And I started getting angry. And the more I got angry, the more I felt helpless. And the more I felt helpless, the less I thought I could do to shift. Well, it is not about shifting that out there. It is about shifting that which is right here. And as I have let go of involving myself with those messages and deciding that I have value, I am changing my expression and experience of this thing called life. That is the work. Gosh, I hate that it's work, don't you? Until it's not. So here's the thing. When we let the world prescribe our good, we are living in constant reaction as opposed to choosing to describe our good and living in proaction. Which side of that equation do you choose to be on today? The pro side. Yes, Mary. You describe your good, and what you will see is the experience of good. You reflect on what is bad, and you will experience that. And that proaction, here's the thing, that proaction requires sacrifice. What? Yes, I'm going to tell you that you have something to sacrifice in proaction. You ready? You have to sacrifice a sense of limitation. You have to sacrifice feelings of unworthiness. You have to sacrifice a sense of scarcity. You have to sacrifice anything that is out of alignment with the core truth that is this: you are magnificent. Are you ready to do that today? Yes. What is the truth? The truth is that we are worthy just because we exist. Why would we be here otherwise? We matter. You matter. I matter because we are here. We exist. If we had been brought up being told that, imagine what a different world this would be. If that had been the case, growing up wouldn't have been so hard to do. But we can grow up now. There is nothing that says that we are relegated to live based on the constructs of our past. And so if you're ready to grow up, I invite you to grow up with me by acknowledging kindness at the core, love only, forgiving everything, and remembering who we are. This is what we can remember in every moment. We are the fullness of pure love expressed right here and right now. Will you make that decision with me that despite the title of my message today, which is Growing Up is Hard to Do, growing up isn't hard to do. We just have to make the decision to do it, to let go of all of those things that we keep dragging with us. I do an experiment sometimes with people that I engage in counseling sessions, because oftentimes what happens in counseling sessions is people start talking about their stuff, which is fine. I want you to be able to express all the stuff. And then what I often do is we have this very large Bible in the prayer room, and I will sometimes go and I will get that Bible, and I will bring it, and I will have the person hold it. And I say, you have to hold it in your arms, and you have to hold it out here in front of you. Now tell your story. And imagine that that Bible is your story. And as you tell that story and as you hold it out here, oh, what happens? You can imagine what happens, right? It gets heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier until you have fatigued yourself to such a degree that you can no longer hold it up. And so, how do you move past the story? Put it down. Simple, not always easy. I acknowledge it is not always easy, but it is the work that we are here to do, to set aside that which has been, to engage what can be. So growing up doesn't have to be hard to do. Absolutely not. Letting go of the grip of any past ideal, any past idea, any past construct, and opening up to the truth of who you are, that is growing up. So today, let go of those self-prescribed limitations, define a new description of the self, rooted in the constructive attributes of love, light, life, peace, power, beauty, joy, and infinite magnificence, and know that in that you are worthy. Namaste. On to the homework. Those of you who are new to our community, I offer homework every week as a way of putting into practice the principles we teach. So I would like you this week to do a few things. First of all, consider something that you may be carrying into your present from your past. Consider something that you may be carrying from your past into your present moment. And through the power of understanding, we can learn. This month is all about the power of understanding. Through the power of understanding, we can learn. As you acknowledge what it is that you are carrying into your present moment from your past, activate your capacity to release the grip of that thing. Remind yourself, your past is descriptive of what was, not prescriptive of what will be. Do the best you can with all that you have right where you are. Thank you, Teddy Roosevelt. Be gentle with yourself in the process. Let yourself off the hook for things you may find. It's okay to be gentle with yourself. And create. I'm asking everyone to actively create a daily ritual to activate that work of letting go. That's the homework. And so I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are. Allow yourself to feel the love that exists right here in this room, the love that exists right in your core, recognizing that it is all one love. And simply allowing whatever may have touched your heart today, if it's one kernel of an idea, let it be present in your mind right here, right now. Let it drop down into the heart space and activate something new. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Right here in this moment, I recognize and know and acknowledge that there is only one infinite power and presence. There is one creative source, one principle for all that is. There is this God source energy and nothing else. Nothing else exists. It is infinite, and there can be nothing separate from the infinite. So I root myself in the identity of the divine and trust and know that each and every one of us is the identity of the divine. For when I look upon the faces of everyone whom I encounter, I see only the face of God. And I know that that face is a reflection of mattering, that that face is a reflection of infinite value and worth, that that face is a reflection of love, light, life, joy, peace, beauty, power, magnificent wisdom. This is how I choose to be, and I activate this understanding, letting go of anything that is not in support of the most magnificent understanding of being. I let it go. I trust and know that it is all sent to the side, and I step into the magnificence more fully here now than ever before. And it is with gratitude in my heart that I simply let it be. I relax, release, let go, trust, and know it to be so. And I affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the seas. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. Just taking the moment. How do you feel? It feels good. Doesn't it feel luxurious? I love that word, luxurious. We can luxuriate in the feeling. And while we do that, let us welcome the treasurer of our board of directors, Steve Ross, to the platform.
Good morning, everyone. You know, I get up here once a month and give you a little update. You know, I tell you about the bills we've paid and the income we've gotten and the expenses that have gone out. But just to tell you, we're doing good. 6 months into the year, we have income over expenses, so we're doing good. But I did want to talk a little bit today. You know, we're talking spiritual home, and we all think about our homes, and it's like, what would be good to remodel? What is it going to look like in 5 years? You know, this is roughly 200-seat auditorium. It's getting pretty full. Is Harmony Hall going to have to be an overflow area with speakers and video over there? Are we going to need a 600-seat sanctuary at some point? We have 18 acres here. We can fit it. You know, what is the vision? Where is it going to be, 5 years from now? How many people are going to be in the seats? How many services are we going to have? Is this a spiritual retreat center where people from all over the world come and visit and get renewed? Is that something we're going to see? So let's think about that. So you have in the back of the seat, you have envelopes, you have cards if you're doing giving via internet or whatever. You got various ways to give here. We always stand up here and talk about that. But let's think about that. Where are we going to be? Where's this Unity of Tucson going to be in 5 years? All right. We got it?
Yeah.
All right. Is it up there or is it here?
It's in both places.
You gotta get the glasses on here. Ready? I
share this gift with love, conscious of the inner presence as the lavish source and substance of my supply. I am rooted in the assurance that this gift blesses Unity of Tucson, and I trust in its ever-present circulation, knowing its blessings return to me, and so it is. And so as the baskets go around, we're going to sing this new song. It's a little bit of a call and response, so as I point to you, sing what I have just sung. Here we go. I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. Sing that. I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. And it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. Circulation across the nation. It's a love vibration around the world and beyond. I circulate my love right now. I circulate my love. Yeah, so the baskets are almost done. If you would, this is Sue Craik, one of our prayer chaplains, and she's here to do a blessing of the offering and offer great gratitude for all that has been collected here today.
I think they're on their way up here.
They are.
Yes. So while these folks, kind folks, are bringing those baskets up, let's just take a minute and find that place inside where we say thank you and we feel thank you from the bottom of our feet, the core of our being. And we say thank you because we know that this is a gift of God. It's a gift of spirit. It's a gift of energy. And so with that feeling of thank you, of gratitude, let's just close our eyes, hold these gifts in our thoughts, and know that this is spirit speaking. And this is our gift to move forward into the universe for good. And with that, we send our love, we send peace, we send our gratitude. I claim it as so, and so it is.
So it
Amen.
is. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to acknowledge something that Steve mentioned, and he talked about the vision for Unity of Tucson and what we can be. And I've said this to a few people. I don't know if I've said it on a Sunday, but you know how New York is the financial capital of the world? Anyone hear that way of describing New York? And that Los Angeles is the entertainment capital of the world? I think we should turn Tucson into the New Thought capital of the world. And I love the idea of establishing a retreat center so that we can be a location and a destination for people who are in alignment with what we teach here. And we can be that point of light that changes the whole world. And that's my vision. I don't know about you. If you want to be with me on that, let's go. Some of the ways that we engage our community in this is by service and giving back and also collecting. And right now, we are collecting jars of peanut butter through a thing called Spread the Love. Interfaith Community Services is looking to collect 10,000 jars of 14 to 16 ounce jars of peanut butter during the month of July. And we are going to be a collection point for them. So we would love for you to bring a 14 to 16 ounce jar of peanut butter and drop it off here, and we will make sure it then gets delivered to Interfaith Community Services. That's one of the ways that we are supporting. Also, we are continuing Bears in the Chairs. You will see all the stuffed animals. If you're new to our community and wondering, why do they have all these stuffed animals? We collect these stuffed animals from Mother's Day until the end of July, and then we give them away to Aviva Children's Services to help with young people who are being moved into foster care. And so that's one of the ways that we serve our community as well. I do want to remind you that we have a dinner gala and silent auction coming up on September 30th. I know that there were some titters of rumors that we might change the date. We've decided not to change the date. It will be September 30th. If you have items that you are willing to donate to our silent auction, or if you know of someone who might be willing to donate to the silent auction, you can reach out to Sherry Bolin, who is on vacation right now, but she'll be back. So just call the office with your name and we'll make sure that we get that to her. And that's a great way to support the gala, and tickets go on sale August 1st. I guess I should tell you that as well. It's going to be a fun, fun night. Fall classes are coming up. I'm going to be teaching online only. I think I mentioned this last week. Actually, that's not me, is it? Susan Smith, who you saw lighting the flames of faith here today, she's going to be teaching Metaphysics 1. And that's going to be coming up on Wednesdays beginning August 10th. I will be teaching Unity Prayer. It's the beginning Unity Prayer course on Thursdays. It's a 6-week class. People said I said it was a 4-week class. It's a 6-week class. It will be online only. Susan's will be hybrid, online and in person. So sign up for class. That's happening coming up. And you can sign up online or in the bookstore. Our prayer chaplains today are Ruth Starwell and Sue Craik, both of whom you've seen up here. They will be available to you here in the sanctuary following the service to offer a 1-minute miracle, that moment of prayer if you are looking for that. Another way that you can engage with our prayer chaplains is to put a request into the prayer box, which is in the lobby. If you are online, you can go to the prayer request on our website or send an email to prayer@unitytucson.com, because we are all about the prayer here and grateful for that, and know that prayer leads to a change in experience. I want to say thank you to everybody who made today possible. Let me begin by offering great gratitude to Don and Jim and Tyler, who are our tech team today. I want to say thank you to our prayer chaplains on duty, Sue and Ruth. Thank you for your service today. Thank you to Susan Smith, our licensed Unity teacher, for being our keeper of the flames today. Gratitude to Steve Ross, our treasurer on our board, for leading us in our offering today. Let us once again offer great gratitude and blessings to all of our new members. And I want to acknowledge anybody who worked and volunteered to be of service at our July 4th barbecue grill event. If you were part of that and volunteered in service, would you please stand up so that we can spread some love your way and gratitude for all that you did to make that such a success. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you may be wondering who this beautiful woman is here. Some of you will recognize her from time past, but Linda is on vacation today, and so I want to offer my deepest gratitude to Marie Sierra for filling in today and doing such a beautiful job with music. And of course, Joshua and Raphael. And thank you for making your presence known here, not just here at Unity of Tucson, but in this thing called life. You are magnificent, and I am grateful for you. As we complete our time here today, let us share together this prayer of divine awareness. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to dance if you like as we close the day with God Makes Me Want to Sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. I loving every living thing. I can see the face of God and paupers and kings. We're all precious, no one less or more, and we've all got the same treasure in store. That's why I'm loving every living thing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. You know what? I'm believing in my guiding light. No matter what comes, it always turns out right. I just dig down to how I feel. I take a deep breath and then grab the wheel. So I'm believing in my guiding light. Hey kids, what's up? I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. Make it a magnificent week, everyone. Namaste.